Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the online class series, and I hope that all of you are doing great. Today in this video we are going to talk about the poem An Evening with Rain from the English textbook of 10th class under Jacobus, and really it was written in Dogri language by Dept, and it was translated from Dogri to English by Shivanaz. In this poem, the poet speaks about a man who has reached at the end of his life. His desperate mood and his worries and his tension and his hopelessness are described throughout the poem. So, first of all, let's have a look to the poem. An evening wet with rain, as I walk through the lane, the heart beckons the hands to hold them with love. The mind also knows the subtle signals of the breeze. Should I stand on the ground or waft with the wind? Windows, doors, awnings of the house are wet. Cool breezes stir the leaves of the yonder banyan tree. The collar of my coat is also wet with drops of rain. All around reigns silence. An evening wet with rain as I walk through the lane. So here the poet describes about an evening which he was walking through the lane. Suddenly the rain came and he's totally wet. Along with this description of the wet with rain, describes us end of his life too. Evening of his life means end of his life. The heart beckons the hands to hold them with love. Beckons means to give signal by fingers or hands so as to make someone near. So his heart beckons to hold them with love. Love means his companion's hand. So his heart beckons to hold his companion's hands with love. Means he is willing his companion with him now in this situation. Here you should have a confusion that the heart will call a man. No. Here you have to understand the heart is personified. Here is the term of personification comes. What is personification? Personification is the practice of representing objects, qualities, etc. as humans in art and literature. An object, quality, etc. that is represented in this way. In other words, the attribution of a personal nature or human characteristics to something non-human, or the representation of an abstract quality in human form. So here beckon, which is the characteristic of a human being, is attributed to a non-human being, that is heart. The mind also knows subtle signals of the breeze, and his mind knows that subtle. Subtle means not obvious, not noticeable. His mind knows that the signals of the breeze means he has to go to his companion now. Should I stand on the ground or waft with the wind? So now the poet is totally confused that should I stand on the ground or should I waft? Waft means to move gently through the air. So he is confused that whether I have to stand here or I have to go. Windows, doors, awnings of the house are wet. Awning means a sheet of strong cloth which stretches from above the window or doors in order to keep from sunshine or rain. The poet says that the windows, doors and awnings of the house are totally, absolutely wet with cool breezes stir the leaves of yonder banyan tree. Breezes come and stir it. Stir means to move a liquid or substance so as to be mixed. Like we can say, stir your tea before you have it, or stir the paint before you use it. So here the breezes move the leaves of yonder banyan tree which were fallen from the tree. The collar of my coat is also wet with drop of rain. So his whole body, totally he is wet with rain now. All around reigns silence. So everywhere reigns silence, because when the rain came, everybody got in. Nobody is standing out. Only the poet is standing out, and he is totally confused whether he should go or he should stay there. He is standing in the evening of his life. He is totally desperate and confused. He doesn't know where should I go, where is my destination. So he totally confused, and everywhere reigns silence. So nothing is heard now, only the sound of the rain and the movement of the leaves are audible. My feet are cold with water seeping through my shoes. So the poet describes here that my feet are cold because he is constantly standing in the rain, and due to his standing in the rain, his shoes are seeping. Seeping means to ooze out. If you are totally wet in the rain, and if you are standing under an awning of a house, you can see that your whole body will be wet and water drops will be oozing out from your dress. So his feet are cold with the water seeping through his shoe. My eyes are heavy with sleep, or is it fever? So the poet is confused that he is totally exhausted and completely tired. So he asks that whether it is moments of sleep or the fever. He is confused. The ground is very slippery. Nobody can stand there. If anybody stands, he will slip into fall down. There is no place to stand, because everywhere the water stands, and the ground is also slippery. If anybody walks or runs, he will stumble or he will slip into fall. So there is no place to stand. So here also he describes that now in the end of life, his standing also confused. He cannot stand. His body also totally became weak. So that's also he indents by this line. The mind is exhausted, looks for some sport to rest. His mind is totally exhausted, completely desperated, completely tired. So he looks for a sport to rest. Means his life also totally tired by the worries and happiness. So he looks for a shelter at the end of his life. Loss of hope has darkened the evening of my life too. And the poet says that I had a lot of hopes, but everything is lost. So the loss of hope darkened not only the day, but also my life. Life's evening also darkened by the loss of my hope. And clouds gathering in the mind shed tears as they pour. As you know, if the clouds are gathered in the sky, and if they are passed, automatically rain will come down. Just like that, the clouds of desperate and unhappiness or hopelessness gathered in my mind, and automatically the rain of tears come out. The evening of troubles. My companion is also depressed, holding me by the arm. The poet calls my companion, and he says about his companion, he is also depressed, but he takes me along by holding my hand. In childhood, I stood alone in my courtyard, and waves of air brought the sound of cymbals. So here comes the discussion of a nostalgic feeling when he was a small baby. When he was a child, he was standing alone in his courtyard, and the sound of cymbals was brought by the air, was giving him an immense pleasure and amusement. But we regret that the days gone by don't return. How to call back times past and gone? So he asks us that how can we call the time which gone and which is past? How can we brought it back? So he feels a kind of nostalgia. The evening prepares to go to sleep in the lap of night. Slowly, softly, just as the sky's feet touch the ground. Evening prepares to go to sleep means the day, as you know, the day after when the sun is set, the night will be coming. So evening is good to sleep, to take rest in the lap of night. Means automatically after evening it will be coming night. Here also an indication about his death, means after evening the rest is coming. So after the evening of his life, his death has to come. So such an explanation also poet hides in these lines. Shadows of trees rest in the dark tank of night as some passing clouds cast shadow over the hills. Means everybody, even the trees, are taking rest. Passing clouds cast shadows over the hills, but only the poet is confused and he is wandering without knowing where is my destination, where is the hurry, where I have to go. And I am not hurry. The poet says that he doesn't hurry to go anywhere because he doesn't know where he has to go and what he has to do. There is activity in the houses lit with electric bulbs, moonlight logs holding the hem of the moon, and everybody are active at their home with the electric bulbs, but the poet only is wandering on the ground and he doesn't know where is my destination, where is the hurry, where I have to go. And I am not hurry. The poet says that he doesn't hurry to go anywhere because he doesn't know where he has to go and what he has to do. Light of the earthen lamp in a wayside modest inn awaits me. And the poet says that I don't know where is my destination, where I have to go, what I have to do, but anywhere there will be a destination for me. Here also the poet believes in his destiny. After my death, I will have a rest and I will have my destination. Okay, thank you. Let's meet in the next